Whoa! Oh, see that tilt back? That is a crazy tilt back.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Ustride, and today is different in the sense that I will be going to various destination points in the Boston area from my house to Jamaica Plain, to Brookline, to Boston, to Cambridge, and all the way back. And normally, these are things I would normally do if I have errands to run, and I would do it with my car, but today I will be doing it with my electric unicycle, just to demonstrate how indeed advantageous it is to have an electric unicycle. The point of this is obviously to show the versatility, to show the purpose, to pretty much make a case for the electric unicycle. Because indeed, as we all know, it is still niche. Not many people really know about it. And the people who do know about it, we pretty much keep it to ourselves, and we pretty much keep it in our own groups. And personally, I haven't seen a lot of electric unicycles around my city. Although they do exist, I haven't seen many. So the plan is to do the first chore, which is buying bananas, and normally I would do this with my electric unicycle. There's no way I would do that with my car. And then come back, drop off the bananas, and then head to a place called Jamaica Plain, which is not too far from here. Right now I'm in Dorchester. Jamaica Plain is literally on the border of Dorchester. So therefore we're gonna go there, and then we're gonna go to the Arboretum, which is in Jamaica Plain. And the purpose of the Arboretum is this. Well, if you're a tourist and you come to Boston, sometimes you look and you're like, wow, it's great, it's awesome, but typical of any city, there's a lot of buildings, a lot of street, a lot of traffic, etc. Sometimes you just want to find a place to relax. Well, you do have many options. For example, you have the Charles River, you have Park Street, you have all these awesome places with greenery, but there's this place you've probably never heard of called the Arboretum. And the Arboretum is actually ran by, I believe, Harvard, and what they do is they pretty much preserve all the trees in that area, and so it's very green, it's very lush, it's awesome, okay? That's in Jamaica Plain. From there, we're gonna go to Brookline, which is literally a town over, and the awesome thing about Brookline is that there are students everywhere, right? But I'm not sure if today or this season is, I don't know if they're in session or whatever. I'm not in school, but here's the thing. Awesome thing about Brookline is there's a lot of places, a lot of points of interests. Now, I am hungry. I purposely didn't eat this morning for that reason. So I will have to find a place either in Brookline. There is a place in Brookline that I find very interesting. It's called, I don't know what it's called, but they have something called bubble tea, and I love bubble tea. So maybe we could have bubble tea together. And then from there, we're gonna head to Cambridge, which is the town over the bridge. And then we're gonna go to my favorite place, well, two places, Harvard Square, which pretty much you will find a ton of students, but you'll also find a lot of e-boarders. I'm not sure if they're e-boarding today, but I haven't looked at the telegram. Point is, we're gonna go to Harvard Square. Then in Harvard Square, the purpose of that is there are some awesome places there. You could eat with a lot of pastries, etc. right in the square. But the purpose of Harvard Square is not really to eat. I'm not hungry that much. Maybe I am. Anyway, we have to find something to eat. Anyway, from Harvard Square, we're gonna go into Cambridge, deeper into Cambridge, and we're gonna go to a place called Micro Center. Micro Center is my favorite place. It's pretty much what Radio Shack used to be many umpteen years ago, where Radio Shack had all kinds of gadgets and electronic stuff where you could come and take stuff and put together. Although you can't do that at Micro Center, it does give you that feel. Anyway, I need a tripod for my camera, because moving forward, Ustride is going to be in this format. And this is a test pretty much moving forward. So here goes the test, right? So from there, we're gonna go into Boston. There is a place I might go to Boston. It's called the Poorhouse on Boylston Street. It's a very popular place. I really like their burgers. Anyway, maybe we might stop there, maybe we might not. I'm not sure. I really want to eat at Poorhouse. Anyway, from the Poorhouse, we're gonna come back to Dorchester. And I don't know, I think we might have made a full circle. If we have a lot of battery left, I might go over the bridge into Quincy. I doubt that, but we will see. So the whole point of this video is to show and make a case again for the electric unicycle on such a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's still winter, it's still cold, but it's not freezing. So let's see how this turns out. So in case anyone wants to know, I will be using my Garmin Verb. This is a great action camera. As you can see, I smashed the screen. It still works, it's very strong. Yeah, you've probably seen this in some of my videos where you hear a little tap. That's pretty much the Garmin Verb hitting the asphalt pretty bad. Anyway, I plan on using this in the future, and this as my side, pretty much, I don't know, holster camera where you pull out in case of any emergencies. And that's pretty much it. And obviously I'll be using my wheel. Right now I'm charging it. It's still in red. It should be at 100%. 8 lights means it's at 100%. Let's see, 1, 8. All right. Usually when I travel with this camera, my headphones, because I love music while I ride. This time I will be carrying this camera as well. I usually go with this type of bag. And if you notice, there's not really much in here, so that my battery ends up being affected drastically. I have this thing which I usually carry. It's an inverter for cars, but I won't need it anyway. I'll keep it in here. There's really not much in here that's going to affect my battery, so I think we're good to go. Alright, so I just connected with my wheel. It says it's 100%. This is not green, it's red. Usually I wait till it's green, but I'm satisfied, so let's get to it.
Go. How you doing? Right, like a hoverboard.
Like a hoverboard.
Similar. All right, take care. Take care,
That's
brother.
dope, man. He was blowing on that, man.
Take care, brothers. People like it. People like the wheel, but most importantly, they don't like to get on it. They see it and then they get nervous. They're like, "Oh, I'm never getting on that." All right, so I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually don't like riding without my helmet for the reason that it just doesn't. I never feel comfortable riding without my helmet. Or put it this way, I never feel comfortable riding without something on my head. So one of my favorite shoes is this. It's the Timberland. It's the single sole. And I have what in here is basically Dr. Schultz. I highly recommend some type of cushion in your shoes. This definitely helps for long trips. And this has definitely seen some trips. I also brought my charger in case, for my camera, in case it dies. I'll charge it through the wheel itself since it has a USB charger. All right. First things first, we gotta get that banana. Green bananas. Hi. Oh, thank you, man. There's the store. You want me to leave it here? All right, how you doing? No problem. All right, so he wants me to leave it here. Not an issue. Awesome. Green bananas?
Green banana?
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. How you doing? Awesome. So, wow. This looks good. This looks pretty good to me. This is called American Food Basket in Dorchester. So if you ever come to Dorchester, come to American Food Basket. I forgot to sign. Boom. Proof. Proof I signed. And here goes my bloody. Here we go. That wasn't so hard. That was pretty easy. Now, question is, do I go in traffic? Yes, why not? I'm always in traffic. All right. Banana is done. Now let's go. So one of the most important things for me that I usually do on trips like this is turn on Relive. Relive is pretty good for pretty much mapping your trip. Come on, load. So now all we do is hit record. So the cool thing about Relive is since it's tracking your motion, whenever you stop, it actually pauses, which is pretty cool in terms of the time, so you can get an accurate time. Well, that's what I noticed. There's an auto pause, and then once you start moving again, it starts recording again. How cool is that? This is Franklin Park. Nice place. This is where I did my InMotion V5F review. This is basically Franklin Park. It's a golf course, as you can see. That was a lot of glass. A lot of glass. Not that I think anything would happen, but if I could avoid it, why not avoid it, you know? I might have hit a couple. Wait. One of my friends asked me the other day, dude, how do you feel while on this thing? Because I was showing him one of my videos. And I told him, he's like, wow, dude, you look like you're free, like completely free, like in the open, like way freer than a motorcycle, because you have literally nothing around you, just your foot and your wheel, that's it. And I told him, yeah, it's completely free. So now we're at the Arboretum. This is the first spot. Second spot, this is the Arboretum, and this is basically, okay, so it says bicycle on paved roads only. Do you guys see anything about electric unicycles? I don't, so haha, doesn't mean anything to me. So the Arboretum is almost equivalent to, well, I was gonna say Manhattan's Garden, but no, it's much smaller. I think that would be, you would have to give that prize to Park Street still. Okay, so we're 4.4 miles in, pretty much 16 minutes riding time. I'm not gonna show the battery because, hi guys. I'm not gonna show the battery because, you know, I'm not interested right now. I just wanna go, and because it is cold, it is windy, and I did not fully charge it. So the thing about the electric unicycle is this, right? So the other day, you guys watched the video from me riding with the Kingsong alongside the Kingsong KS18 XL, and we had a discussion about the BMS, the battery management system. Well, my electric unicycle does have a battery management system, and what's interesting about that is if you, oh my gosh, it's windy. It's so windy. So basically, what I want to say is, just because your battery, your charger says it's 100%, doesn't mean it's 100%. I'm not sure how to explain this, but I usually wait till the green light shows up on the charger. That's how I know it's 100%. So with the fast charger, it will go to green and it'll automatically stop. But with the normal charger, it'll stay on red. And then when it's fully charged, it goes to green. That's the battery management system telling it to go green. So on to spot number 2. Oh, we're gonna go to Brookline. So we just came from Arboretum. Now we're going to Brookline. This is Jamaica Plain. Well, this is part of Jamaica Plain. It's not all of Jamaica Plain. We're going on to the second spot, which is Brookline. And my favorite place in Brookline is Bubble Tea. I don't know the name of the place, but they have bubble tea, and I totally love bubble tea, so let's do it. So one thing I want to show you guys is how this thing goes in puddles with no issues. So this thing, it has no issues with puddles because the circuitry is literally up under where the handle is for the wheel. So where the handle is, that's, so right here, if you look right here, this is where the electronics is. So you don't have to worry about puddles. And so the electronics is right here. That's why I don't really worry about puddles. But you don't want to, you know, you don't want to be in puddles for too long because water can get into anything, right? Another thing about puddles, you have no idea what's under the puddle, so you don't want to speed through the puddle unless you know what's under the puddle. It might be a big hole, so I'm just gonna chill. Right now we're in Jamaica Plain still. Okay, this is Jamaica Plain still. What I want to do is go up that street, but there's no bike paths up there. There's 0 bike paths, but I want to go there because this is such a chill spot to go. I've always wanted to go up there. I've never done it, but today's the day to do it, so let's do it. Also, if you come to Jamaica Plain, this place over there, that's called Jamaica Pond. So you can actually rent a little canoe for like $15. And if you want to have a good time, just go over there, $15. You can rent a canoe and just row. So I actually have no idea where I'm going. I just know the general direction of Brookline. If I go that way, I know I'm gonna end up where the train is, so I'm gonna head this way. So let's see what happens. But this is Brookline, man, like pretty fancy place. You know, lots of fancy housing and all that. It's pretty intense, but a lot of nice roads. There's a lot of nice roads around here. That's why I like it, because there's so many nice roads. Like back roads is, you could go in and out. Okay, so I think I took the wrong direction because I don't think this is going where I want to go. I've never been this route before, like I said, so I'm gonna have to go back over there and just, yeah. See if I could find my favorite spot in Brookline. So, wrong direction, and this will happen. That's the whole point of doing this test. You know what I mean? So let's go back. So a lot of people well, not a lot of people, but some people ask me, hey, how is it that you ride the wheel on the beep? Like you're riding the beep so well. Well, honestly, the beep, there are 3 beeps. But I only have 2 of them on. So I think I have 35% beep on. That means when my battery is down to 35%, I have that on. I also have 31 miles per hour beep. So if my wheel is at 31 miles per hour, I know to slow down. I hope you can hear me because it's very windy. So if it's 31 miles an hour, I know my phone's gonna vibrate and to slow down. You know what I'm saying? But if it doesn't vibrate and it's beeping, I keep riding. Once it didn't turn out too good for me, but that's because I underestimated the strength of the vibration. All right, this is where I want to go. All right. I underestimated the strength of the vibration because the thing is, my iPhone's vibration, the motor is much stronger than the Samsung, so it was very, very powerful. So I was able to feel it every single time, but with this one I don't feel it that much. So, but yeah, I need a watch. A watch is way better. If you can get a watch, get a watch. I am way off the path, like literally way off the path, I think. Actually, no, I'm good. I know where I am. All right, we're good. We are good. So I purposely didn't give myself like a direction in terms of like, I didn't pre-plan the route. I just decided to take a random route, you know, like in the direction of Boston, in the direction of Brookline, and obviously that's not turning out so good because I got lost twice. I'm way off the path. My battery lights, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, it's very windy, it's cold. Okay, so we're in Brookline. The cold is even affecting my camera battery. That's crazy. That's how cold it is. Battery's about to die. I'm gonna charge it on my wheel. That was my whole goal, to see how versatile this thing is, even in the cold. And I need some juice. Oh shoot, that's pretty crazy. Those bumps were nuts. So the thing with bumps, if you expect that there's gonna be bumps, it's better to lower your center of balance, like dropping yourself low, so that it happens, you just go low, you know what I'm saying? So it's not a surprise. And it's right here, Kung Fu Tea. That is my favorite place in Brookline. Expected my camera would die, and indeed it did. Well, it didn't die, but there's like 1 bar left. 1 bar, see? 1 bar. So what I'm gonna do, and I purposely did this to see if I could rely on my wheel alone. Obviously I gotta keep it on. Worst case scenario, guys, I take an Uber on the way back, but I don't want to. So right now, let's see. Wow, look at that, it's charging. That's awesome. So the wheel is charging my camera right now. How you guys doing? Good, good. All right, so my favorite is bubble tea.
There's an English menu.
Yes. Oh, English. Oh.
Yeah. That's a
Thank you. Yeah, I was actually watching the colors and the pictures, but not the text. So the one where it was kind of sweet. Yeah, it was that like this color.
That one?
Yeah, that color.
The honey mousse is really sweet.
Is it sweet, right?
Yes.
Yeah, can I have that one? Thank you, man. With the bubbles.
Yep.
Awesome.
Medium, large.
It's gonna be like large. Good stuff. Oh wow, look at my hair. It's crazy. I hate when it does that. Yes. Bubble. So good. So, do I ever get range anxiety? Yes. Whenever I see the lights go down like that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm supposed to have 8 for 100%, and it's down to 5. I mean, I don't really think about it, but if I'm like going somewhere without my charger, like on a group ride or something like that, and you know I see 3 bars, you know I get worried. But if I pre-plan the route, or at least I know where I'm going, then I don't really worry as much because I already know what the wheel is capable of doing in terms of range. So, but now I didn't bring my charger because I'm very confident that I'm able to make it back. So, because I'm not riding crazy today. But the thing is this though, because I'm not riding crazy doesn't mean that the battery's going to be extended, because there's something working against me. I have the wind, like I said, and I have the cold. So the wind and the cold, these are not good combinations to have the best range. So stuff like that does make me worry. Like obviously right now I'm thinking, man, I probably should have brought my charger, because I thought it was gonna be like, it is nice, don't get me wrong, but it's still cold and it's still windy. It's still winter. So I'm just gonna finish this bubble tea and we're gonna go to the 3rd checkpoint, which is Harvard Square. And then from Harvard Square, we're gonna go to Micro Center. So the worst part about bubble tea is when you're done with the drink, there's some bubbles left. But the bubble is so delicious. So what I do is I just take, you know, the straw and I put it on the bubble, and the problem with that is you might choke yourself. So you want to be careful. So let's see where we are. Turn it on. And if it's at least 2 bars, I'm going to be happy with that. And it's 3 bars. That's awesome. All right, good. Oh my gosh, it's so windy. Man, it was so deceptive. Like, it really felt like it was a nice day. And it is nice. It's just so windy. reason to get an electric unicycle. Look at all this traffic, guys. Look at this traffic, and this is why I wanted to do it around this time, so you could see all this traffic. And these people have a car with 4 seats, 5 seats, 7 seats, but typically you'll find one person in the car, and it's very wasteful, isn't it? So while it's a good idea to have a car, at the end of the day, if you're just using it to go to work and come back, unless your job is like ridiculously far away, there is really no point for a car in the city. But then again, it boils down to preference. It boils down to the option of having the car, and who's gonna, I mean, look, this person is one person, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seats. Same here, one person, 5 seats, but he has a baby, so I forgive him. And what is the purpose of all this traffic? You know what I mean? Yo! People can be fun also at times, so you just get in on the fun, you know? But what we're gonna do is we're gonna change the plan. I'm gonna go to Micro Center first, then Harvard Square, because Micro Center is literally right over there. This guy has the right idea. He has a bike. And what you will see mostly in Cambridge and Brookline is a lot of bikes, a lot of skateboards, a lot of alternative transportation, which makes sense, man, in this day and age. Like, if you live in the city, there's really no need for a car. You can have a car, obviously, to go to the beach or whatever, but to travel for work, it really makes no sense. Unless you just like driving. It's different. But I like riding. I like striding. How about that? What's going on? Nice. Boosted?
Yeah, it's boosted.
Nice, dude. Sweet deal. Take it easy, man. Be safe. Here's is the type of one that you bend and...
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be right over here. Past the stop.
Checkpoint number 3. This is what I'm looking for. Right? $30. Oh my gosh. I mean,
we have another one right here.
Hey, do you guys do price match?
Yeah, we do. As long as it's shipped and sold by Amazon, Newegg, pretty much everywhere.
Oh yeah, cool. And I'm down to 5 bars still. Nice. So from Brookline, my favorite place, Kung Fu Tea, to Micro Center's 5 bars still. I'm gonna get this one. This is Gorilla Pod 1K kit. Trying to get a price match. You've heard of unicycles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is just an electric one.
That's
you
awesome.
don't have to pedal.
Hey, can't complain with that, right?
Pretty much it, yeah.
Get around easy.
Oh yeah.
Except when they don't like pave the roads or fix
Yeah,
the
it's
potholes.
challenging. Yeah. Awesome. We got a price match. Thank you, bro. Take it easy, all right?
Yep.
Definitely. It's technically what Radio Shack used to be like a long time ago, but just pumped up. It's just it has everything. Well, they don't have electric unicycles. So the thing is, whenever I buy stuff here, they always ask, do you want to add a 2-year protection plan for $5 or whatever? I always say no, but then I regret it later. And then I'm like for example, my headphones, I didn't get the replacement plan. And then it wore out and broke, and then I came back and I had to pay full price. So obviously it's getting dark, but it's nice out. Look, it's pretty, but it is dark. So 4th checkpoint, you gotta go to Harvard Square. Always recommend some type of light. I mean, I have lights on mine, but I like this backlight. And Harvard Square is straight ahead. Another thing that gives me confidence is knowing that when you're approaching 33, 34 miles an hour, or pretty much like any speed that's close to the cutoff, because the cutoff speed is also relative. If your battery is low, then your cutoff speed is going to be low. If your battery is full, then your cutoff speed is going to be a little higher, you know what I'm saying? But either way, the lights are gonna flash if you're close to the cutoff point, which is pretty cool. So that's another thing that gives me a lot of confidence is the cutoff points. The flashing light. So it literally just flashes, like the front light, it literally just starts flashing like crazy.
Remember distant memory flows into the ocean.
He's an artist, just like I am. Is it challenging to ride at night? Yes, but it's not really that challenging. You just gotta know the place. If you don't know the place, then obviously it can be challenging. Okay, so now on to checkpoint number 5. We're gonna go to the poorhouse to have something to eat. So one thing I noticed about riding in the cold is that my legs, like, it feels funny because I'm cold, right? So my reaction time is pretty slow. And so my legs don't give me the right feedback that I'm looking for in order to make quick maneuvers and stuff, because it's numb. It's literally numb. So I'm not numb right now, but you can definitely feel it coming on. I can feel it coming. But so far it's been a joyous ride. It's a little cold and windy, which is not helping the battery, not of my camera, not of my wheel, but what I do to counter that is ride a little bit slower. So another reason I like wheel log instead of darkness bot, like darkness bot is pretty cool, but one reason I really like wheel log is that, let's say you set your speed to like 31 miles an hour, right? Well, or 25, whatever. You set it to 25, you set it to 31. The thing is, if your battery is low, then you obviously can't go 31 miles an hour, right? Well, you can, but you risk a cutoff. The thing with wheel log is you can set your percentage, your battery percentage. So I can set it to like 35, 25%. And even if I'm not going 31, because if I set it to 31 miles an hour, it's gonna vibrate at 31. But if I don't ever reach 31 because my battery is low, it's never gonna vibrate. So wheel log pretty much takes care of that. And I'm down to 3 bars, oh boy. So now we're in Boston, and poorhouse is literally 3 2 minutes from here. This is Newbury Street, one of the most expensive streets in Boston. This is the poorhouse right here. So I'm in the poorhouse. It's pretty cool here. It's pretty packed, so we're gonna have to go downstairs. I've never been downstairs, to be honest. It's my first time. Usually I go upstairs. So the lighting is not so great in here, but this is the poorhouse. It's not a bad place. It's a great place for like basic burgers, fries, American style food. But from here to the house is probably 5 miles, maybe 6, but I'm impressed so far, but we'll see. We still need to finish this trip. So we're done. This is checkpoint 4. Now we're heading home, checkpoint 5. I have about, last time I checked it was like 30%, 29%. Let's check. 33%, not bad. We're at 33%. I had soda, which I'm not gonna drink. Water, which is free. The Hawaiian burger came out to $9.63. This is 888 Boylston Street. now the wheel is literally beeping like crazy. Well, you don't hear it now because I'm slowing down, but if I go a little faster, you can see it's starting to beep. That's because the cold is killing it. Yes, I can't wait to try this in Miami, because what I'm curious of knowing, I want to know how the battery held up, because right now it's been 6 months. It's literally been exactly 6 months, and what's today, the 8th? So 6 months and 1 day. It's been 6 months and 1 day. So what I'd like to know is, how did the battery hold up? You know what I mean? And the only way to find out is by trying it in warm temperature, just to see if the reason I'm unable to ride for so long in the cold and the wind is because of the cold and the wind, and not the fact that the battery is degrading over 6 months. You know what I mean? So it's cold right now. I can't even speak, but my mouth is like tired. But if I go to Miami or somewhere in Florida or some warm temperature, California or whatever, I could at least try it in these temperatures, so I know it's not the battery, it's the temperature, which is obvious to me, but still, I'd like to find out. Plus, I'd like to go to California anyway, or Miami in general. So, but this is another reason you should bring your charger, because you don't want to ride slow like this. I don't know how fast I'm moving, and I'm not about to check because it's really cold. My average speed right now is 14 miles an hour, and it's starting to beep, and my battery is down to 12% under load. I think that's the lowest I've been with this wheel. 12%, wow. But generally speaking, I would never ever put myself in a situation like this where I don't have my charger or my battery is really low, to the point of questioning myself, questioning the wheel and the stability of the wheel and the reliability of the wheel and the dependability of the wheel. I would never put myself in a situation like that. So I just met some random guys, telling them about the electric unicycle, and they're part of martial arts, MMA, jiu-jitsu, taekwondo, all that stuff. The dog is literally chilling next to me.
1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to switch kick here. Come down with the elbow and add the rear knee. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is the champion right here.
Jab cross.
It's 24. I'm not max, but I'm champ.
I may have to cut this short. I just checked my battery and it's 20%. So this is amazing. This place is like hidden. Like, I've lived here for such a long time and it's hidden. I had no idea it exists. So right now I'm about a mile, maybe a mile and a half from my house. I could either take an Uber or just beep all the way to the house. I'm getting tilt back. I'm getting actual tilt back. This is the first time I've ever gotten tilt back on my wheel. Whoa! Oh. It's literally kicking me off. It's telling me get off. 7% battery, unload. At this point I recommend taking an Uber, but for test purposes, I'm just gonna keep riding. So first things, so what did we gain out of this? Basically, what knowledge did we attain? Well, I know one thing. In this cold weather, bring your battery charger, your fast charger, wherever you go. Because you have no idea if you're gonna, if your trip is gonna be longer, if it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have no idea what to expect. Like, I know I went off the path like a couple times, and but that's not my fault. It's just, it's cold, it's windy, and this is not good for the battery. Charge my Verb twice. I charge my Verb twice with this thing. So, I mean, come on. See that? See that tilt back? That is a crazy tilt back. The battery is down to 6%. Oh my gosh. 6% battery. Since I don't want it to die completely so that I'm unable to push it, I'm gonna push it. Okay, so we made it back home. Now you saw that it was
tilt backing like crazy, giving me crazy tilt back. So now I have two options. I can charge it using the basic charger or the fast charger over there. But I typically don't like using the fast charger because I feel, I mean, granted, the battery is designed to accept, you know, faster charging, so it's not going to kill the battery, but just for peace of mind, I like using the basic charger if you're charging overnight. So I'm going to use the basic charger, and that's it. Thanks for watching, and about to cut up these videos.